what steps can be taken to ensure that the chemistry or formulations is robust enough to avoid, those issues that could turn up further down the line?
So, I mean, if you're looking at the issues that turn up further down the line, the biggest one that often comes up is component stability. Often in sort of development, stability is only really sort of given proper consideration at the end as people are starting to collect data for submission as part of the regulatory process there. So at this stage, you're already too late. If you do identify any problems, you're going to have to go right back to the formulation and sort of repeat a lot of the validation you've worked using your modified assay. So I think the most significant step that you can sort of take to this is continuously throughout the process conduct small-scale accelerated stability studies, particularly as you're sort of trialing and adopting new formulations. I mean, to me, the evaluation of assay stability, it should be just as important a part of the development process as it is evaluating the assay performance. And sometimes it's too easy to just focus on the assay performance itself. Another thing, which I think, particularly with respect to point of care assay testing, is the cold chain storage or the availability of fridges and freezers at the point of testing is not necessarily going to be there. So you have to consider how you can protect against that. So one of the best ways for that is to look at lyophilizing the components of the assay itself. Again, this feeds into the formulation aspect of it, because you need to add things like sugars and polymers, excipients into the formulation to help, to give it that stability there of the process. And if you're looking at a lyophilized format, then the testing of the different combinations and concentrations of excipients should be a really integral part of the development there. You also need to, if you're looking at lyophilization, you also need to consider the use of particular non-lyocompatible components, so glycerol or high detergent concentrations. So this is, again, it's a decision that needs to be made sort of quite early in the process, because you don't want to be getting right towards the end of development and having to go back and revalidate everything there. So if lyo is to be performed in a molecular perspective, one of the best things to do is consider the use of a glycerol-free enzyme preparation right from the start. Although there are sort of methods of removing some of the glycerol from the removable, this does require additional processing, which adds increased variability into your manufacturing processes. So I think back to circle back, I think one of the key things is really testing the stability of each of your components throughout, rather than just as an afterthought at the end of development.